Welcome to episode 5 of Sparta Speaks,
where we talk about events and sports coming up,
our Spartan community,
and what it's like to be a high school student.
We're your hosts, Christopher Morris,
Jasmine Galvez,
and Harper Tuttle.
This is going to be a very spooky episode where we talk about the hauntings of Lake Lanier, Halloween, and most importantly, spooky events going on in our area and all that.
Yay!
All right. Over the years, divers have reported creepy sightings beneath the murky waters. Some tell stories of freaky catfish as big as Volkswagens. Between 1994 and October of this year, 203 people have died in drownings and boat incidents at Lake Lanier. What do you guys think about that? That's pretty spooky, isn't it?
It is.
This lake was made for flood control, power generation, and recreation. Named after Sidney Lanier, a writer, a poet, a musician, and veteran.
Wow. So we all live in the Lake Lanier area.
We all grew up around here.
If you don't know, Lake Lanier used to be a town, a little valley, a bunch of little towns in it. A bunch of people lived there, and they
town
flooded it.
got flooded with they didn't take down any of the houses, anything. So if you go into certain parts of Lake Lanier, personally, I haven't seen anything, but people say that they do see fences or signs or parts of houses, and it's terrifying.
And the water depths change all the time, so pretty unpredictable. So you could see anything really.
Everybody says it's haunted, and the people that used to live there, obviously they didn't flood it with people in it, but they flooded over graveyards and stuff,
cemeteries,
and that it's all spooky and mysterious.
Eerie relics of streets and abandoned buildings.
Ooh. There's I know there's a racetrack somewhere under it.
Racetracks were not in the 1950s.
Girl, racetracks existed.
What?
Not
What
the
you
gas
talking
station?
about?
The
No,
gas-
not the gas.
Obviously.
Oh, goodness.
I thought you were talking.
Harper.
I thought you were talking about the gas station.
No, a racetrack.
A racetrack,
for,
a
cars.
for
Oh,
cars
okay,
racing.
Okay, I understand now.
Oh my goodness.
Oops.
We all have a little bit of a special connection to all this because last year, for a one-act play, we did Half Mile Down, which was locally written and about a town that was flooded because of Lake Lanier.
Yeah.
It was inspired by the town.
Yes.
It doesn't specifically say anywhere in the show that this was Lake Lanier now. The town being flooded is Lake Lanier, but it's heavily inspired from it.
Heavily inspired from Lake Lanier. You have,
and since it's
the
locally
Georgia
written,
Electric Power Company. You have Nakuchi.
we cut that out, but
Yeah.
there is which
is
is an actual construction company now.
So yeah, I mean, it all kind of tied in with all that. It was all very, very sad when you think about all the people that lived there, got relocated. They had their land bought. You got to think of all the memories, not really memories, but hundreds of years. You had generations on this land. You had so much history on this land now being flooded over.
They're just trying to buy you out
Real.
in that time.
But now,
Yeah, because of the city of Atlanta growing, and they found how valuable that land was, so they were just okay.
They needed
There we
electricity
go.
and
Yeah.
stuff. So the Buford Dam, damming up the Chattahoochee, they were able to do all that. Now we have a lake, a spooky,
Now we have a
haunted lake. How many people have
Spooky.
died on the lake overall? Do we know? Does
Around,
anyone?
I think this says 700 deaths,
That's
unsolved, mysterious, and strange.
I'm not an expert on lake deaths, but that's a lot of deaths for one lake.
People
Ooh.
also say, I've heard people say that they felt like someone grabbing their foot whenever they're like
Ugh,
swimming in the
Yeah.
lake
No
and being
thanks.
pulled down.
You
This-
reach out into the dark and you feel an arm or a leg, but it doesn't move. Boom, boom, boom. Do you guys believe in ghosts? You guys believe actual spooky stuff is happening in Lake Lanier? Or you think it's just
Well,
a bunch of people who don't know how to swim?
this is like a story that people think happened of who haunts the lake. I'm just going to read it off.
Yeah.
It's called The Lady of the Lake. In 1958, Delia? Delia Mae Parker Young and her friend Susie Roberts were driving to a local roadhouse in Dawsonville. As they were crossing the Lake Lanier Bridge, Susie lost control of the car and ran off the bridge. The woman and the car disappeared at the bottom of the lake. It was 31 years before Susie and her car were found. A fisherman found the remains of a body about a year later. It was missing both hands and 2 toes, and they couldn't identify it as either Susie or Delia.
Wow.
Susie had been wearing a blue dress the night of the accident, and since the crash, multiple people have reported seeing a lost woman in a blue dress pacing around the area, and she's missing her hands.
Oh.
You know, if I died, I'd still want to have my hands, you know?
Okay.
Kind of sucks she lost her hands. Or she just
Yeah.
crashed and they just flew out the windshield.
Well, they flew off the bridge,
Yeah.
fell into the water, I'm guessing. But like that doesn't make sense how they like parts of them were missing if all they did was fall into the lake.
Real.
Especially since there's
Spooky.
nothing, I mean, other than catfish, nothing really dangerous in Lake Lanier.
Alligator guards. Ooh.
Yeah, I personally do not like swimming in Lake Lanier,
Mm-hmm.
just because I think it's just gross.
Yeah.
Not
It's
just
not-
not just because it's like creepy and eerie and stuff, and just there's a lot of things inside of it. I just think the water is gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
So-
not the cleanest lake. No, I like swimming in it.
But like
Anytime
I like
too.
I like being on like a boat on the lake and stuff. Like that's
Yeah.
always a fun time.
going out on the boat.
Yeah.
I grew up going to like Lake Lanier Islands like once a year. We went to the park,
Yeah.
always swam in it. Whenever I was in like elementary school and we moved to my house in Oakwood right now, we live 2 minutes driving away from the lake.
Yeah.
And so we always went every summer. My uncle has a boat.
Mm-hmm.
They
So they-
closed off the access to the
They did,
lake
yeah.
this summer. Lake Lanier
Yeah.
Islands.
Like I think it was
Margaritaville.
2019 or something, and I had season passes to Lake Lanier Islands or Margaritaville or whatever, and I went like probably every single day with my mom and my brother, and that was like the tannest I had ever been. it was like, it was really fun.
That's cool. That's cool. Well, you know, what else was kind of spooky, kind of eerie? This weekend we had The Terrible Infants.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about it last week. It went pretty well.
It went very
First
well.
ever show performed in that space.
Yeah, thank you to everyone who came to
Yeah.
watch it.
We
Really
have
appreciated.
comp on Thursday.
We have
We're
our
gonna
one
perform
act
in there.
competition.
Mm-hmm.
When this episode is out, we will be at our one-act competition.
Yes, we will. We'll probably listen to it.
I know.
There. And then also on Thursday, I know we talked about it last week, but
Noche Latina is
Noche
happening.
Latina. Yeah,
We
5:30 to
said,
7,
yep,
I think.
I think so.
something like that.
If you don't have anything to do that Thursday, Noche Latina is really fun.
A
Like it
lot.
has a lot of good food.
Yeah.
They have piñatas. They have dancing. They have. I know last year, the art students helped like doing face paint. It was really fun. So
That was a
I
lot of
Yeah.
fun.
highly
And at
recommend
7,
going.
if you leave from
Yes.
there,
The
Just
football game is moved to
walk
that
on
Thursday
over.
as well.
Yep.
yeah. So no Friday football game. We have the football game on Thursday now, right after Noche Latina. So
Yeah.
you know, just go from there to there. You know, have a fun day watching football. Fun day.
Well, we will be at one
Eating.
competition.
I'm gonna come back and I'm just gonna go to the football game. I think once we get back, because we get back from that at like what?
We get back like super late.
We get back at like 9.
Oh, do we?
Normally,
yeah,
the past couple
usually
of
we
years.
get back really late.
I don't pay attention to all that. That sucks. I want to watch that football game. I think it's
I think
is
it's
it
West.
Jersey out?
I have no idea.
No, that's senior night.
Oh, when's senior night?
Who were we up against on Thursday?
Wesleyan? Wesleyan?
Is that away or home?
It's home.
Home.
Okay,
It's here.
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I think it's mom night as well.
Oh,
Mom
fun.
night. Do I just dress like my mom?
No.
Put a bunch of wrinkles on my face?
Girl.
Sorry, mom, if my
That's
mom
not-
listens to
that's
this.
love-
Not
I love your
nice.
mom.
I love Mama Morris.
I love her, and her banana pudding is so good.
Oh, her banana pudding is to die for.
All right. Anyways, other things going on in the area. We got trunk or treats happening everywhere.
Yeah.
So I know episode 1 we talked about trunk or treats. Give me a second.
Yeah.
And all that. I know my church is doing a trunk or treat. I'm sure if you just pulled up to a church somewhere, they're doing a trunk or treat this weekend.
Right by West Hall, not West Hall Baptist, but another church that's like right next to here. You can see like a massive sign saying that they have trunk or treat.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure if you just pull up to a church this weekend, they're going to have a trunk or treat.
If you go around the Gainesville Square, Flowery Branch area, they'll probably have like events going on.
Spooky Halloween stuff.
Very exciting.
Go carve some pumpkins. Go to
Yeah.
a corn maze.
Real.
It's cute. I went to the Buford Corn Maze this past weekend. It was fun.
Really?
Yeah, it's very cute.
I like the Buford corn maze a lot.
Well, on the topic of Halloween, what are you guys going to dress up as for Halloween?
I want to dress up as Dorothy.
Dorothy from Wizard of Oz?
Yes. I ordered a costume on Amazon, so hopefully it gets here in time.
Let's hope so.
I have red Converse, so I just thought it would be a nice fit, I guess. What
Yeah.
about y'all?
I have like 2 costumes because we have a thespian costume party bonding this Friday. I'm going as the Queen of Hearts. Last year I went as the Mad Hatter.
cute.
I'm dressing up my dog to match with me. I'm not sure what he's going to be yet, but we'll see.
All right.
Are you
And
gonna
then
bring,
for...
Are you going to bring your dog to the party?
No, I wouldn't. I don't know who else is allergic to dogs. But for actual Halloween, I'm going as YB from Coraline. My friend's going as Coraline. I'm dressing Bowen up, my dog, as the other father. And my friend's dressing their cat up as the other mother.
How do you dress a dog up like a father? Just put buttons
Well,
on its
if
eyes?
you... Well, yeah, there's like the button eyes. He also has a set of glasses. And then he has like a red robe.
I've
I'm
actually
gonna make
never
him-
watched Coraline before.
Really?
What? Harper.
I've never
That's
watched
crazy
it.
because that's like a really like it's like one of those spooky movies that you can watch without being like too scared.
Yeah.
It's like great for
Monster
Halloween.
House.
Yeah, having fun.
I've also never watched Monster House.
Girl.
What?
Yeah.
We gotta have a watch party.
That's crazy.
Chris, what are you going as for Halloween?
I think I'm gonna throw on a pair of jeans. I'm gonna put on a camo shirt, take some red acrylic paint, put it on my neck, and I'll be a redneck this Halloween.
Wow.
Dressing up as a
Incredible.
redneck. Super easy costume. Super casual.
I never liked simple costumes. Like growing up, my mom didn't really let me buy any of the costumes like from Party City or Spirit
Yeah.
Halloween. So I grew up like making my own costumes, and I think that's why I love having just like really not extravagant, but like
Complex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember-
extra.
I remember one year, like, I saw on Pinterest, and it was a girl, she was dressed up as, like, a jelly bean, like a bag of jelly beans, and I was like, Mom, I want to do this so badly. So we blew up, like, a bunch of balloons. We blew up a bunch of balloons, and I just wore, like, a black long sleeve shirt and some leggings, and then we got, like, a huge clear trash bag. Like, I don't know how or where any of this stuff came from. I don't remember.
What?
And then we just attached it to me, filled it with a bunch of balloons that looked like jelly beans, and then got the Jelly Belly logo, and I was a bag of jelly beans.
Is there pictures? Are there pictures?
I need to find it. 'Cause
There better be pictures. I need to
it was
see
so
that.
funny. It
Well-
was great.
Little baby Harper is so adorable.
You were a bag of jelly.
And then my friend didn't know what to be either, so she copied me and did the same outfit.
Ugh.
Yeah, we're just 2 bags of jelly beans.
2 bags of jelly beans. So much fun.
Whenever I was growing up, I always loved being like one of those like girly girls. So one year I don't remember exactly, but I was like a princess, fairy, mermaid I don't know, sugar plum fairy ballerina thing.
Yeah.
And I was so mad. I'm pretty sure every kid all around the world that does Halloween understands the struggle, but my mom made me put a sweater over my costume,
Yeah.
and I wanted to cry.
I had to do that a couple times.
I'm like, Mom, you can't see my costume.
One time I wanted to be a unicorn so badly, and it didn't turn out how I liked it. So then I went as Red Riding Hood, and I was so sad.
Yeah.
Like, there's a photo of me crying in my Red Riding Hood costume.
That's great. That's great.
It's just-
I mean, it's not great that you're crying.
Yeah.
It's just
Yes,
funny.
yes.
A great, funny
You
story.
don't
That
have
is
any.
funny
What was your favorite Halloween costume that you wore?
Ooh, favorite Halloween. All the kids in my neighborhood dressed up as Harry Potter characters. That's probably my favorite. I was Ron. I like dyed my hair red.
You were Ron?
Yeah, I had like my broken wand and everything.
Aw.
No,
That's
and we all just went as Harry Potter characters. It was a lot of fun.
Cute.
Yeah.
I remember going through my Harry Potter phase. I wanted to be Hermione. My
Yeah.
mom never let me buy the robe.
No, I had
That's
2
okay.
robes, so
Okay.
yeah.
Whatever.
Anyways,
Here we go. I found it.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. And I had a big black bow in my hair and some like rainbow like leg warmers.
Let's see. Oh my gosh.
Harper,
You're
the jelly bean bag.
Is it everything what you guys imagine?
You're so cute.
It's like on your waist. It's like
Yeah.
like your stomach is a jelly bean bag. I thought it was gonna be like you were just one giant jelly bean
Like it
bag.
was like an inflatable costume.
Your arms and legs were poking out.
I wish there was a way for everyone else to see that.
Oh
Well,
man.
I guess if you follow the Instagram, maybe we'll post it on Halloween. We'll post out
Ooh.
little Halloween
Oh my gosh.
pictures of us from like future
So,
Halloween.
Go follow the podcast at what is
The
it?
Instagram.
Sparta_Speaks_podcast.
On Instagram, and you'll get to see this wonderful jelly bean bag costume.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thank you all for listening to this very spooky episode. We're your hosts, Christopher Morris,
Jasmine Galvez.
And Harper Tuttle.
and you'll hear us next week on
Sparta
Speaks.